Are you ready to start the show? The Amazing Nerd Show features movies.
It's over, Anakin! No, it's not! It's not over! I have the Force, you dumbass!
Gaming.
Roll to safety. This is a boss? Oh shit. I just rolled my way to a boss. Oh fuck.
Wrestling.
You know my favorite move in wrestling is the Canadian Destroyer.
Yes.
So when I saw a Canadian Destroyer to the fucking outside.
So, absolutely ridiculous.
And so much more.
Hey, this is Christian.
Hey, this is Damon.
And this is the Amazing Nerd Show.
New episodes and live streams weekly.
Hey, welcome to the Amazing Nerd Show live. Today, I realized DC Fandome was going on, and I thought, might as well, I just watched the fucking trailer for the Batman Gotham Knights, and they also put out some gameplay of it, so I thought, hey, might as well do a live reaction for it, see what the gameplay is actually like. The trailer did have a little bit of gameplay, and I was kind of impressed to see what they got going on. It's definitely the same, Arkham style that we got before, so they're not going too crazy. But I definitely want to watch these 7 minutes of gameplay, so I'm going to be switching over real fast. Right after this, I'm going to be doing the stream I had planned before, which was Ghost of Tsushima. I want to keep playing that game. I'm super excited to get back into it. Let me get my headphones on real fast. Alright, make sure you guys are getting audio. No sound just yet. There we go.
Hi, I'm Patrick Redding, Creative Director on Gotham Knights. On behalf of the whole team at WB Games Montreal, I'm really honored to give you a quick look at our gameplay.
Elliott Center is covered in ice. Whatever's causing this is localized.
I'm like, what's going on?
We're going to look at a short clip from one of Gotham Knight's villain crimes in a pre-alpha build. This mission is halfway through the Mr. Freeze storyline, and we're playing Batgirl a dozen or so hours into her character progression.
Keyword there, storyline. So it's not just focusing on Mr. Freeze.
All units at Elliott Center. Air support inbound. Hostiles opening fire on upper floors. Air support, can you do a fly around?
Freeze has recently returned to Gotham with a mysterious agenda that involves manipulating the weather to flash freeze the city.
We need a way to get through that ice.
An important goal for Gotham Knights was that players can play all of the game, either solo or in two-player co-op.
He wants a fight. He'll get it.
Oh, there's co-op, huh?
Robin's learned how to access the Justice League satellite for short-range teleportation.
So it's a Robin
While
specific.
Batgirl has mastered some more familiar techniques. And developed a few new ones of her own.
Montoya here. Heard you're down there having some fun.
Fun's one word for it.
Just a heads up, the chopper's under orders to fire on anything that moves inside.
Gotham City Police. Drop your weapons or we will open fire. Returning fire.
The storm is getting worse. You need to hurry and find a way inside Elliott Center.
The GCPD chopper made that part easy. This doesn't look up to code.
Not one bit.
if anyone asks. I meant to do that.
I won't say a word.
Tours were still going on when Freeze came through.
Those poor people. They didn't stand a chance.
God, this looks
Gotham
good.
Knights is built to let players approach each challenge with their preferred style and their preferred build.
I'm not feeling the co-op, but I'm definitely...
This will only take a second.
Definitely liking how it looks.
No precision.
I mean, are we just gonna watch him get taken out by tech, I guess?
Dad, you're it.
Okay. I see what they were going for there. Because they did introduce, like, little tag team elements for that last Arkham game. Like, Catwoman could come assist you and stuff like that.
You'd rather take the stairs?
These cables on the floor. Guaranteed they lead to Freeze. Belfry, status.
Countless dead, and the temperature's still falling.
We need to stop this. Now.
Belfry wasn't kidding about this storm.
Almost there. I see the weather machine. Ready with the disruptor.
That thing's drawing so much power.
I wonder if the Court of Owls have control over Freeze's wife or something. I'm trying to wonder if he's like plays into their storyline at all, or if he's just extra side mission.
Field disruptors in place. It's charging.
Though considering how large this is, I imagine he has to play some role.
Is that what you're calling it? You don't want to be on the roof when this disruptor goes off. Trust me.
Irrelevant. I already have what I need. The storm has risen over Gotham. Nothing can stop it.
We'll see about that.
You cannot run from me!
An important element of Gotham Knights is that as the player increases in power and ability, their foes keep pace.
Ah, okay.
Confronting a villain like Mr. Freeze can be a very different proposition at level 5 or at level 15. And not just in terms of stats, but in the kinds of attacks and defenses they bring to bear. And that was just a short peek at Gotham Knights. We're going to have more to show you in the future.
That's all they're giving you. Oh, come on. Super enthralled by that. What a tease. What a tease. Definitely interested in this game. I'm not so interested in the co-op aspects. I see where it like kind of kicked off the idea where they had that kind of tag team co-op options going on in the last games where, you know, it wasn't like it was AI, of course, it wasn't another player. But I mean, I definitely think it looks good. It looks good. I mean, it looks like it's gonna feel better than what I got out of that beta from Marvel's Avengers. You know, it definitely looks more cohesive as well. Man, WB Montreal really came to the table with this one. I'm actually pretty excited for this. That trailer like took me like they gave us a teaser beforehand during the week where they showed off little glimpses of the Court of Owls and stuff like that. I am excited to see the Court of Owls in the game. See Talon be one of their big enemies. I think that's going to be very interesting. I feel like maybe they have a little like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Like they've got something over Mr. Freeze and probably several other villains, and that's how they're controlling them. That's how I would imagine the storyline is going to go. But maybe that's just too simple of thinking. Maybe they just threw in Mr. Freeze trying to take over out of nowhere. But I'm pretty sure it'll have something to do with the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls storyline is one of my favorites. I'm definitely excited to see them bring it to the game. I'm loving all the trailers and stuff that we're getting out of DC Fandom. I definitely didn't expect myself to be so hype after the last few years of DC and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see that they're going in the right direction for a lot of this. We'll see what more they bring us next tomorrow and stuff like that. And you'll definitely be able to hear all that and our breakdown of all that in the next episode of The Amazing Nerd Show. We are a podcast that covers everything in pop culture. I mean, we're talking movies, TV, comics, video games, the works, wrestling, horror, all of that in one. We're one huge podcast. What surprises do you expect? I definitely think there will be probably some type of Joker surprise, or maybe like even play off the idea of the next Batman coming out. I think the biggest thing that I was surprised by all of this probably was the fact that they didn't use Batwing. Now I know I don't think he was introduced in the last few games for Arkham, but I definitely think it would have rounded out the team a little bit more. I was surprised that he wasn't introduced or anything like that. And there's still time to come. This game isn't coming out tomorrow or anything. So, I think they have some time to show off a little bit more. I feel like 4 characters feels weird for some reason to me. I feel like it would be a 5-person team effort or something like that. So I definitely think Batwing is something that could possibly show up in the game. But I think that's a cool character to always play around with as well. But yeah, I have another stream I gotta start. We gotta get back into some Ghost of Tsushima. You'll definitely be able to hear me talk more about what's going on with the DC Fandom event on our next episode of The Amazing Nerd Show. So definitely tune in for that. We did talk a little bit about DC beforehand as well on our previous episode that just came out. So definitely check out that. And all my thoughts on the Marvel Avengers beta was on that as well. So find your favorite Batwoman too. I don't think Batwoman was going to show up. It'd be interesting to see if they would do that, but I don't know if because she wasn't introduced at all within the last. Sorry, I'm replying to comments while I'm also trying to end the stream. I don't think Batwoman will show up because they didn't even mention her in the previous Arkham games and stuff like that. She would be a fine addition. There's no reason not to have her in the game. Maybe even DLC. But I didn't even see any hints of her showing up. So I'll definitely keep an eye out and keep you informed if there's any word of Batwoman showing up. But she does have a show. She is a popular character. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to do that. No, you're fine, man. You're fine. So I'm just trying to get into my other stream because I have about 2 hours to play one of my favorite games out right now, which is Ghost of Tsushima, which you can tune into right now at like about 5 minutes as I switch all